this on, and let's see when it starts streaming. I think I've figured out when it starts streaming, which should be right about now. If... Oh my god, if I am not mistaken. I think it started streaming. See, I've got a little indicator that shows the current upload rate, and it stays at 0 for like a good 8 seconds when I actually hit start stream. And then it starts uploading. I think that's the point at which it actually does start streaming. Just a guess. My goodness. Now, I apologize in advance. I'm actually doing really, really badly today. Like, worse than I have in a while. I really probably should not have... should have gone to the movie yesterday, to be honest with you. As much as I enjoyed it, I'm really paying for it. Alright. I went to see Iron Man 3 at the opening showing, the opening night here in the States. I know it has unusual release dates all over the place, but here it came out yesterday, or rather today, but you know, midnight showing. Oh yeah, again, we were just talking about in the chat, but no spoilers. All I'm going to say is I enjoyed it. That's 100% of... Oh, actually, you know what? I'm going to say two things. Two things, guys, okay? Because this is important. I am a fan of the comics, and I enjoyed the movie, okay? I know if you've been paying attention to any of the news or any of the reviews, let's just say I'm one of the only people I've seen make that comment. But I am a fan of the comics, and I am also a fan of the movie. I rather enjoyed it quite a lot. That's all I'm saying. Nope, that's all I'm saying. That's all you're getting. That's it. Boom. So... we're going to try a couple things. We're going to kind of be experimental here for just a little bit. But first, we're going to check the forum. I'm going to try and keep my GMing status going. Let's go ahead and do this one first because it's already up. Give me just a moment. Grab this. Pull this over here. Now, hopefully this will work. I've done a couple tests, but I have not done them while streaming. I have no idea what the quality is going to be like. At all. I need to move this over here. I'm not going to be having Twitch chat up for most of the night for reasons that'll be obvious in a moment. I mean, obviously I'm watching it. I've got it up right there. I can see it, but I'm not going to be streaming the chat so other people can see it. But what I will be streaming... Oh no, I plan on sitting down back to FF6. Don't worry. I just want to play around for a bit. You know what I mean? You guys cool with that? Because if you're not, I understand. Whoop, 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 whoop. Hang on. Properties. Entire window. Properties. Inner window. One of the... There we go. There we go. Oh yeah. Let's check this out. A friend of mine helped me set this up and hooked me up with several other things. This is probably the hardest thing to emulate right now. In my opinion, at least. I really wish I could have just hooked my GameCube or my Wii up to the computer, but unfortunately that requires some hardware and some cables, and some software that I don't have. But, like I said, a friend of mine was really cool. Now, some of you may or may not recognize this game, but this... I was talking yesterday and recently about my top 20, aka... the, oh my god, these games are absolutely amazing games, you know, really, really, really above and beyond all other games. This is one of them. Thousand Year Door is absolutely, incredibly amazing. This is, without question or hesitation, in the top 20. This is an absolutely amazing game. This is another one of those that I would recommend to anybody without hesitation. Oh, see you around, Xbob. I plan to be streaming at least a while. I'm trying to relax, to be honest with you. I've finished, you know, all my chores. I've chatted with people. I've taken care of dinner and stuff. And now I'm just literally just kind of lounging here trying to relax a bit, feel better. So yeah, absolutely masterpiece game. Love this game, love the music, love the graphics, love the story, love the humor. Everything about this. Let's go ahead, since I can't do this properly, let's go ahead and center this a bit, shall we? I'm just going to eyeballing where the center is. Let's just say it's right about there. There we go. Alright. Sound is good. Some of you may not know, but emulating... this is actually a Wii emulator. I'm not going to tell you which one it is. but getting the sound files requires a custom rip from the actual game. So, if that makes any sense, like you could emulate the game, but it'll be mostly silent. You'll be getting 1 out of 8 of the channels. Oops, no, that's not what I want to do. I want to do... Where is it? So, you have to actually rip the sound file from the actual specific game, you know, the literal physical game. Oops, wrong one again. Which is why I mentioned a friend of mine helped me out. It was very awesome of him. And... oh, I'm not gonna have enough letters. Okay. Star or exclamation point? What do you guys think? Or the heart. I'm cool with either. Star, heart, what do you think? Let's do all 3. You're right. Let's do all 3. You're right, other me. Oh, everyone picks star. Awesome. Star for the win. For it is always stars. We'll double star it then. Star it up. Yes, my name is Mario. And then you could see that if I was trying to pretend this wasn't an emulator, I just failed, because it gives you display messages of what it's doing. This is sounding so much better. I actually haven't tried this with the sound dump on past, like, the intro yet. So this sounds so much better. You should have heard it before I had the sound dump. It was just... like I said, it was 1 out of 8 channels, so it was very... not there. Hey bro, check it out! A letter from Princess Peach arrived for you! The Wii can play GameCube games. So, in other words, if you have a GameCube rip dump, which I do of several games, you can run them on the Wii. I mean, in fact, actually, I don't have... my GameCube is actually boxed up over there in the corner. My Wii is actually what I use, you know, for real, for playing GameCube games. Now let's see here. I can't do a female voice, so I'm gonna do my Vivo voice. Hello there, Mario. I am now on holiday, traveling in the Mushroom Kingdom. In my travels, I came into possession of a mystical map. A treasure map, actually. It was inside a box I got from an old merchant in a town called Rogueport. But since it would be too difficult for me to try and find the treasure all by myself, I thought you could help me hunt for it. You will, of course, won't you? I've included the map with this letter, so please bring it with you when you come. Yeah, my throat's actually doing a lot better. Check it out, guys. Oh, check it out. Only one person in the world other than me knows this right now. For those of you who've been following my condition, you'll understand why this is such a big deal. Last night I had a glass of orange juice. Now, I'm waiting to see if anybody in the chat understands the significance of that. And yeah, Team Oogie is actually quite correct. The hardware of the Wii is basically one above the GameCube, and the Wii U is exactly... yeah, no burning, no lesions, no nothing. I haven't had sugar in 3.5 months now. No sugar at all. None. I had cut it completely out of my diet, and that's all fructose, all sucrose, everything. So juice, fruit, even healthy forms of sugar I had to cut out. Last night I actually had a cup of orange juice. I was so scared. It was actually really funny. I just had this tiny little cup, and I had a giant gallon of water right next to me in case it started burning, and I'm just like, okay, I can do this. And I sat there for like 10 minutes before I finally got up the courage to drink it. But yeah, so I'm really jazzed about that. Just thought I'd share that with you guys. Oops, let's go see what's going on over here in the forums. Let's get to a better song while I pull up the forums over here. Oh, by the way, Sis, are you on here? No, you're probably not. One of the things I truly enjoy about Paper Mario 2 is everything about it, but seriously though for a second. The music it's very unique music. It's not, like, super awesome. This is Paper Mario 2, third. Although, I did get Paper Mario 1 working as well. There's actually a custom plugin specifically for Paper Mario. That's what I needed. and I managed to get a decent copy of it and a version of an emulator that actually ran that plugin without crashing my computer. But that's what I needed. And it's funny because that plugin only works for Paper Mario. All the other N64 games require the default Paper Mario. Oh yeah, tons of humor, exactly. I love the humor, I love the music, I love the dialogue, I love the presentation. You know what? I'm gonna keep playing up until a certain point here, at the very least, because I want to show you this. Oh, actually, I'm feeling worse because I really pushed myself last night. My neck, my back, just all over the place. I'm in a hellacious amount of pain right now, but my throat is fine. In fact, even I can hear. I can barely hear my own voice because I've got 2 layers of headphones on and I'm kind of buried in pillows. But I can tell even from here that I actually I sound a lot better to my own ear, at least. Oops. There we go. I love this. What's that? I'm sorry? You say there's a princess waiting for you here. Is that so? Of course, sir. Well, if that's what you want to think, then I won't stop you. But, you be careful, sir. Don't say I didn't warn you. You know, another thing I love... Leftover points out another good thing. The bosses have their own unique themes, and they're all appropriate, too. One of the other things I really love about this game... You guys know that I tend to like lighthearted stuff. I've admitted this a dozen times. You know, it's one of the things that really sings out to me about, oh, goodness, about, like, the Pokemon series, for example. This is supposed to be like some terrible, gritty, horrible, down on its luck, you know, place. I mean, look at it. It's barely even constructed. There's rubble everywhere. And yet, in any other setting, this place would be this stink pit of rape and murder and pillaging and all that stuff. But no, this is Mario. So what you have here are good-hearted yet and otherwise decent mob bosses, and, you know, rough and tough guys who will give you good advice on what to do next, you know. It's just, it's so not gritty. It's literally like the opposite of gritty. And I like that. As strange as it... I mean, I don't like that all the time, but I love the way they pull it off in this one. It really is... Whoa, whoops! Is awesome. I may need to turn down the sensitivity on that. I just barely twitched to the right and was like, wah! Let's see how saving works. Make sure the memory card's working. Perfect. Memory card's working just fine. Give me just 1 second. I gotta post something over on the forums here. There we go. Oh, my sister's talking to me. Yeah, there's a lot of paper jokes, and they make a lot of jokes about, for example, every other RPG and game ever made in existence. No, I'm kidding, but they do make fun of quite a bit of stuff. Hang on, sis. Are you on my stream? Alright, let's pull this up. Escalation. Sorry guys, GMing duties for just a second. Okay. Dancing Flames. Mario's getting some much-needed shut-eye. And what's the other one she needs? Fire Circle, which is this one. So yeah, some of you don't know, I run an online D&D group, and kind of invented... I shouldn't have invented, it's very heavily based on standard D&D, but a lot of custom stuff that I have to keep track of and people are asking me questions on fairly frequently. So, my sister was just asking me for a clarification on something, and I'm checking something else over here. There we go. Alright. Wake up, Mario. We got stuff to do. Oi, welcome to Road Pult. Bit of a nasty place, eh? You got guts coming here. You look a bit green, so have a wee bit of advice on me. Hit that save block to save. Because the thing about life is, you never know when you're going to kick the old bucket. What do you want, pa? Huh? Princess in a drink dress? I ain't seen nothing like that. No, probably remember a princess, probably. Why you want this chick anyway, pal? Oh, your money? What's she girlfriend? Love the dialogue. Oh, here we go. I'm not even going to try to do his voice. I don't know what I would do for his voice. Ratchenar, if I have to pick an alignment, it's usually neutral good, Kith, or lawful good, yeah. Although I haven't played D&D in years at this point. I don't really play it anymore. Oops. Didn't talk to him. By the way, someone was asking the other day about a female Goomba. There she is. And she is awesome. She's one of my favorite companions of, like, all the Paper Marios. Let's see if I remember how to fight this game. Oh good, combat loaded. That's always good to know. Oh yeah, double stylish. I still got it. So, fascinating thing about the Paper Marios, they're like pseudo-action turn-based. It's actually kind of hard to describe with a term. But like, for example, I'm going to show you what you know, if this was a standard FF game, for example, and you just hit attack, this is what would happen. You see the difference? Now, granted, I just beat him, but, you know, it was only 1 damage, and I didn't get any stylish points because I didn't do any input. But if you hit input at the right time or in the right ways while you're doing an attack, and it literally varies from attack to attack, it's not different, or it's different from each given attack you can do. Then you do more damage, you heal for more, you protect for longer, you buff for longer, you know, it's just a better result. Which I actually really like about the entire Paper Mario series. That's true about the Mario and Luigi's as well, but I tend to consider those part of the Mario RPGs. So this is the part I wanted to show you really quick. I just think this was cool. When this game first came out, I thought this was just impressive. Part of the reason why is each one of those is actually rendered individually if you look at them. I don't know if you can tell in the stream because of the lower quality, but you'll notice they're all just kind of, their idle animations just kind of going up and down just a little bit. It's all different because they're all rendered individually. They all have a different pattern to it. It's awesome. And yeah, you also get SP when you, and just, there's tons of stuff. The token gamer, you were talking about FF8, that would be a ridiculously simplified version of what I'm talking about, but the basic concept is the same, yes. I love this, look at it! The GameCube just renders, you know, I think it's 250-ish. There's actually a trivia question later on in the game about it, of these guys just jumping and attacking the air because, you know, I just kind of slipped out. Because there's 250 of them. Apparently they weren't paying that much attention. Stop! Where'd they go, huh? You, Johnson! Did you see them? Did anyone? Crud, they bolted. I love this game so much. I need to stop playing it or else I'm going to play it all night. Goombella. God, I've been trying to think of her name since someone asked about it yesterday. Her name is Goombella. And she's with Goomba U or something like that? Hang on. I'm going to zip through her dialogue a little bit here. Legendary treasure. Oh, check this out. This is another thing that really impressed me when this game first came out, because this is the first game I'd really seen do this. So we're actually having this big conversation about the main plot in the front ground here. And then I'm like, hey, check it out, a map. And she's like, oh my goodness, a map. Isn't that a treasure map? You've got to tell me where you got that. That's really cool. Oh my goodness, Princess Peach gave this to you? And then, in the background, they have other events going on, and this is not just unique to this scene. And they've even got smaller text and smaller text bubbles as events go on in the background. It's awesome. And I can just advance the main plot here while the back plot is going on back there, and they're just like, oh my god, I can't believe that happened. I love this game. Another thing is that, one of the things Paper Mario 2 really did is it really fleshed out the setting of Mario. You know what I mean? There is so much flavor, there is so much lore, there's so much backdrop. It's like virtually none of it is actually essential to the plot, but all of it is just expanding on the world you're playing in, you know? I love that sort of thing. Alright, now I gotta try and see what the heck Pax is linking me. What are you linking me, Pax? Ah! And speaking of which, I haven't done my usual thing yet. Hang on a second. What do we got here tonight? Alright. Let's get some hellos out here. We got a lot of viewers, don't we? Ashia, Badu, begging for bacon strips, Bill 280, Doom Fearkeeper, Javin, because I refuse to see it. No, I'm just kidding. Asoje is really awesome. Gethink is back, Joppa's back, KPX is here, Leftover Mondays, What's Up, Raichanar, Sean, T-Moogie, Third is here, of course, Token Gamer, Wrath, my sister, and Zeiss. Hey all. What is up? You guys are awesome. What am I up to for viewers right now? 21 it looks like. Very impressive. Alright. Ah. Alright, I need to stop playing this because otherwise I'll play it forever. This is just such a truly amazing game. So we're gonna stop that, and hang on a second, we gotta actually turn that off because of the way this works. We're gonna pull up another one just to make sure it works, basically. Oh, nope, nope, I gotta refind it. There we go. That should do it. Maybe? I hear it, but I don't see it. Hang on. Ah, that's why. No, that's not doing it either. Hang on a second, guys. I'm not seeing it in my preview. Are you seeing it? Because I'm not seeing it. I could hear it. I'm sure any of you guys can actually understand what you're... yeah, several people have already guessed it because of the awesome music. One of the best games... This is another one of those top 20s, by the way. Actually, all three games I'm about to go through are top 20s. Alright, hang on. Let me try and figure out what's going on here. Because I got the... Okay, let's do something weird. Let's do this, and then let's move it back to this. And pull that in. Still nothing? That's very strange. It's even registering it, probably. Give me a second, give me a second. I got another idea. Yeah, Pax is like my best friend. I say like because actually my mum is my best friend, but that was my mother, for those of you not understanding my slang. But, yeah, Pax is my best friend. I've known him for 14 years now. He's awesome. He's almost always on chat with me, in some manner or another. I actually have a chat program I use just for him, and no, I'm not telling you what it is, because I only use it for him. But let me see. Okay, let's pull this completely back up, brand new, like this. And let's just add another window, ASDF. See if we can't get this working. There we go. I may have to do that every time I switch games, but that's okay, I can live with that. Just means I won't be switching around like I'm doing today very often. Alright, Metroid Prime. Now, I'm gonna suck at this, because, I'm using my little USB PlayStation wannabe controller for this, and any of you who've actually played Metroid Prime know just how, awesome, and yet very specific the, yes, this is the first true 3D one. Very specific the controls are on the GameCube. So... That's a good point. Let's go ahead and see if we can't do something here. Just turn on chat here. Move it to the top. Just kind of play around with it while this cutscene plays. Yeah. Oh, no, that's gamma. That's not what I want. Hang on. No, that's not what I want either. Actually, maybe I can't. You lied to me, Javin. How could you do this to me? There it is. There's the button I want. We're melting. We're melting. Oh, that's too much. Actually, could we do like... No, it's not going to change anything, is it? Yeah, it's not really going to change anything. That's a shame. Alright, Zeiss, tell you what. If you stop being evil, I won't melt you. Okay, that's probably too much. I have no idea what this actually looks like on the stream. On my feed, which is full quality, because it's not being downgraded, I can see that just fine. What about you guys? Yeah, I'm kind of hesitant anyways, because that's covering a huge chunk of the screen there. Let's just turn this all the way back up. All the way back to normal. And then turn it off. I'm glad Prime is showing up awesome, though. That's great. Alright, now you're gonna have to give me a minute. I have to remember what the hell I'm doing with these controls. Actually, I'm gonna mute myself for just a second because someone wants my attention. Be right back. Alright, back. Sorry, guys. Alright, okay. I'm gonna try not to move too fast, Token Gamer. What did I miss? A couple people said something. Oh, sorry, you're right. There's actually quite a few. Okay, no, this... There we go. There's like asteroids. This is really... Oh god, this is actually really hard to do with the controller. Okay, we're just gonna let that sit there for a bit. There you go. Awesome thing. Hell, I'm sorry, Zeiss, but I still think these graphics look awesome. They might not be top-notch, but they still look awesome. No, that's jump. There we go, there we go. And... I do actually have the... There's a way to get the fusion suit. I just don't actually... Whoops, didn't mean to do that. I don't actually like it that much. I prefer the actual suit. Oh. There we go. Still getting used to the controls. And that's ball. Okay. It's actually, this is one of probably the most famous games in speedrunning, believe it or not. This and Super Metroid. I know that's an interesting... I'm not going to go into the whole detail of the history because it's actually quite long and convoluted. And all the stuff falls to the ground. But it's absolutely fascinating how much we got from speedrunning and from terms from speedrunning from this game. Creature entry... Ashia apparently does not like FF6, which I... See, the problem with FF6 is, it's a story game. Really, that's the benefit of the game. If you're playing it because it has an awesome story. Yes, this is emulated. Oh, well, screw you. No, I'm kidding. In all honesty, if I was asked to say which is better, Super Metroid or Metroid Prime, that'd be a tough choice for me. Because these are both just truly phenomenal games. So, I want to show something off here. I was actually talking about this in Super Metroid, in Super Metroid and a couple other games. There's also, okay, you see all the little orange things? You can actually scan, and there's bajillion of them. I mean, there really are. I mean, just look around. This is one in. And it's just dinky little stuff, but most of them are even different, like, you know, biohazardous materials phase-on batch 0009.A, destination deck beta. And this one is 142.A, which is also going to beta, and so forth and so on, you know. And you just get... I was just talking over in Paper Mario 2 about the depth and flavor of the setting. All of this is flavor. All of this is just adding to the atmosphere. Here's another example a lot of people like to pull out. This is a dead space pirate. Death caused by acidic burns to body. Chemical type unknown. There's actually another one right here. Space pirate. Death caused by severe severing of the spinal cord. And then you can actually scan the lift, which cannot be activated from this room. Okay, no problem. And you can scan another... Okay, this is another space pirate. Death caused by severe flame damage to the exoskeleton. And this is the body of the creature. Unknown. High levels of radiation. There's its mouth. Analysis shows incredibly large muscle structures around the jaw area. Fluid sacs containing acid are also detected. And one more. Bear with me, guys. There it is. Tail section possesses a mouth-like orifice, most likely used for birthing offspring. All of this is just flavor and background and, you know, just fleshing out the game and the world and the setting and contributing to that atmosphere. I love it. Absolutely love it. Prime does this better than most games I know of, to be honest with you. If you ask me what games pull off this level of atmosphere and flavor, this is basically going to be the first one that comes to mind, and I'd have to think about any other ones, but this one just, it's right there, you know what I mean? By the way, I'd like to say I'm sorry, Ashia, but I'm kind of not, because FF6 is awesome! I also like how they did the maps, by the way. Let's see, zoom would be... No, this is move. Zoom would be... no? Hang on. What did I set Z to? This is Z. Is this zoom? No, this is move. What the hell's zoom? Oh, there's the zoom. There we go. God. Sorry, I'm still getting used to the controls, because I'm not actually using a GameCube controller. But, you know, you can see all the maps and stuff. I particularly like this particular method of mapping out everything. And then you can see that room connects to that room, or no, that room, which connects to that room, which connects to that room, etc., etc. Okay, I'm gonna stop showing off like a, what is this, a 7-year-old game? It's an awesome game. What do you want from me? Also, I am glad you enjoyed my 6-hour stream of me failing miserably at Super Metroid over and over and over again. But I did beat it. Did not think I could. Really didn't, by the way. I don't think I ever said that in the stream. But whoop, hello. But I really genuinely did not think that I was going to complete the game when I started that. I figured I'd get a couple hours in and then quit because, you know, I'd failed too many times. I hadn't gotten anywhere. So suffice it to say, I was really surprised when I took down Riley. Because after that point, I knew it was basically the end. You also have the tractor beam, which is very useful. Yes, it is, and I'm not going to go into it, but basically, magic. I mean, that's the summary answer. Tractor beam. I'm actually skipping quite a bit of lore, just because I'm not playing for real here. But, you know, they've got... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hang on. I'm going to take that out. Give me my missile. We've got these little creatures in stasis here as they're studying them, you know. Interesting. The red ones, like that one, are the ones that are actually required to advance the game for some reason or other, and all the yellow ones are just there for flavor. Another thing I like, they actually specifically label it so anybody who doesn't actually care can say, oh, well, there's the one I actually care about. And a lot of people, when Metroid Prime came out, said, there is no way in hell a first-person Metroid will ever work. And yeah, this turned out to be the best of all of them, of all the Metroids ever. Really, everyone was surprised by this. I am no exception to that. Oh goodness, give me just a second, guys. Apparently my party is trying to kill each other over in the group. Oh my god, ow. Okay, we're gonna have to adjust a little bit differently. Okay, that's not working. Okay. I am so not playing Duke Nukem 64. I might be willing to do Duke Nukem, the original, on the PC, which I have actually seen a TAS of, believe it or not. I'm not kidding. Okay, so, you know what? Before we, let's go ahead and stop here for the moment. I want to show you, something. Jevin, we're just gonna do this real simple. First of all, I have 0.50B is my version. Here's my encoding settings. As you can see, I use quality balance at 10, 500 uprate, and 192 with AAC on the audio. You don't need to see that. I set it. I always make sure the resolution is set to my actual. This is my actual desktop resolution, but I always downscale it to whatever is appropriate, which will make it close to 720p. That's always the goal. Always push it down to bilinear, and always push the FPS to 15. This part is actually really important. If I push that FPS up, you'd see my quality dip a lot. And make sure this is on very fast. Make sure this is on above normal, or whatever it is your CPU can actually handle. And that's really it. That's all I got. Oh, goodness. Now, let's see if I can't get the other game loaded without anything. Let's mute this so I don't give it away this time. Holy crap, it loaded without me having to do anything. This is awesome. I'm actually going to turn the volume up just for no reason. Sorry, that intro gives me goosebumps literally every time I see that. When I used to play this with the little one, every time we'd fire it up, we'd actually go ahead and let the intro play, just because it was like, yes! This is my favorite Zelda, by the way. I know I've said that before, but I just want to reiterate. This is truly a fantastic, phenomenal, amazing, oh my god game. Scrolling back in the chat a bit. Doom Fear Keeper, that's actually interesting. Part of the problem was if you've played FPSs on a console, it's different than playing it on a PC, and most people, myself included, were used to PC FPSs, which is such a different format for playing that. It was like, there's no way they could actually pull off a console FPS with Metroid. But they did. They did, oh my gosh, you know. Absolutely amazing. Anyways, Javin, yes, this is Dolphin. I strongly recommend you do not pick up the, Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of the wrong one. Never mind. Yeah, it's just all... Just go with that. Oh, yeah, that's right. I accidentally left that on. There. There's an option for capture mouse cursor, which is always on by default. I'm not sure why. It makes no sense to me. There we go. There. Now you can't see it. You know you want to get it. You know you want it. Unlike many of the other games in my top 20 that I say you really should play this game is actually quite easy to get a hold of, all things considered. There's a Game of the Year edition for the Wii that is, I think, $20 or something like that. And I prefer the GameCube version myself, but that's just because I prefer the GameCube controller. I mean, really, that's what that boils down to. Vastly prefer that. And yeah, it is much more recent than several of the other ones here. Man, I'm actually looking it up right now. Twilight Princess. Okay, right now you can get a brand new copy of the Wii version for 20 bucks. The GameCube version is a lot harder to get a hold of. The used go for about 40 at the cheapest. But the only difference is the control schema and the resolution and the fact that it's mirrored. I'm not going to talk about... Well, I guess I could talk about the mirrored thing. Anybody who has played this game... Oh, wow, that hurts. Will understand what I mean. Except I actually didn't get anywhere in this. Did I? Yeah, no, I didn't even... Oh, hang on. Gotta rename him. Whoa, 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 too much. Ooh, what should I name Epona, guys? And if anybody says something like Dumb Horse or Glue Factory, the answer is no. I don't have my Atari 26 anymore, because I had no reason to keep it around. Rainbow Dash! Malon, Thor. I like Thor. Bristol, Rare... Man, I'm getting a lot of the ones here. I'm just gonna have to pick one. I'm gonna go with Malon. I like Malon. There's an appropriateness there. Stretch. God, I love these cutscenes. 7-year-old game, it still looks phenomenal, in my opinion. And we're going to kind of blaze through the dialogue. I know, I sing the praises of this game quite a bit. Obviously, I've been doing it for like the last 5 minutes. But I know a lot of people really had a hard time enjoying this game because this intro sequence, until you get to the part where you actually start, having real gameplay, is actually quite long. And I know several people just hate it. They hate the fact that you pick up the game and it's like, can I play yet? Now, you know me. I like this kind of depth. I like this kind of build-up. I like slow, gradual, make my way there. But, I just thought I'd mention that because if you have a similar mentality to, can I just play the damn game yet? Well, nothing's as bad as Metal Gear Solid 4 for that. That bothered even me. I think what I liked most about the intro was it really set proper pace. They really wanted to give you a really in-depth idea of, everyday life for this guy. Yes, people complain about the thing of Kingdom Hearts 2, which I think is just flat-out stupid, in my opinion. But we're not going to go into that. At least not until I do my Kingdom Hearts 2 rumination. And then we'll go into it a little bit more. Agreed, by the way, Kai's now, about the secret theater. Right, so, cutscenes are also skippable, by the way. Okay, I gotta remember what the hell all my controls are. Okay, this is A. And that's apparently all I can do at the moment. Hey, what's up? Right, where's Malon? What's camera? That would be... this. Okay, this is camera. mean, you used to wish you could just get to the gameplay, Doom, and nowadays you prefer more of a story experience. Skip. I've actually known a few people like that as well. Oh yeah, sure, no problem. Another thing I liked about this is basically everything that's going on here is actually a tutorial. They don't say it's a tutorial. It just is a tutorial, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, here's how you do this, here's how you do that. And it's all just him going about his day-to-day business before he even picks up the sword. Which I like. I think that's efficient use of gameplay mechanics being woven into the story. And yet, admittedly, it has to be done right. That's always my cardinal rule. I don't care what you do. You know, what method you use, what system you do it on, whether it's high graphics or old graphics or whatever. None of that determines if it's a good game or not. Whether it's a good game or not determines whether it's a good game or not. Real simple. I try to keep out of the whole Metal Gear Solid 4 thing, but simply to be honest, I have played Metal Gear Solid 4 once, and I have never played it again, I never will. There's a really nice YouTube walkthrough that's like 100% of Metal Gear Solid 4, and that's basically the only interest I have in that particular game anymore, is watching that walkthrough. Honestly, Third, the game I'm playing is a really good example of that. But another one that's up there is the Bastion. Or is it just Bastion? I don't remember. Oh, I suck at this game. I really do. Whoops, yeah, I lost a couple. Get in there. Ah, there we go. Almost screwed that one up. That should be it. Yep. I wonder how fast I did that. Oh, I know what you mean, Fancy Pants. When I very first picked this up, which is actually the Wii version, playing it with the Wii control, I just was like, I don't remember. Do I get rupees on this one? Because I need rupees soon. Looks like no. Oh well. Good practice. Because you really do gotta hit it basically head on. Or else she'll just be like, whoa, I'm not jumping that thing, are you crazy? Yes. It's good to see someone else out there has played Killer Instinct. Oh yeah, Arkham City, that's another good example. I hadn't even thought about that one. Of course, I haven't played Arkham that much yet. Hang on a second. There we go. Alright, let's get out of here. You know, another thing I just feel like pointing out, look at the detail they bothered to put into this room. This room has nothing to do with anything. Like, seriously. And yet they actually rendered the pot out there, hovering over the fire, photos of actual characters. You can see, that's Epona there, that's your father right there. There's actually a line of books which are actually being physically rendered. You can tell it's not just a JPEG or anything like that. I love it when games put this kind of detail in, you know what I mean? And a lot of games like this tend to do that, so... Forgive me for spazzing a bit, I just really like it when games do that sort of thing, it's awesome. Ulfa. Is this the sword tutorial? I believe so. Nope. This is the go buy a slingshot. God, I haven't gotten any rupees yet, too. Alright, gotta remember where they all are here.
Hey! Oh!
Oops, wrong button. Hey, what's up? Yep. He's there already, which means we actually need to go... I'm trying to remember the exact order of this whole section. Usually I really take my time for this whole intro to Twilight Princess. So I end up spending like 2 or 3 hours before I get to the first dungeon, because I'm just kind of roaming around and enjoying the, oh, excuse me. Just the pacing of it, the flavor of it, you know? Alright, where's that monkey? There he is. Let's see if I can aim this right. Gotcha. A game I wanted to play, but I don't have the system for? Is that what you mean? Whoa, shoot! I probably should have been paying attention there. It's okay, I can fix this. I think. Come on. I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? No, this is right. Up to the shore. Oh, there's tons of games that, hell, I still have a wish list of games that I haven't picked up, you know, now, because they're just not important enough to qualify, to justify the money expenditure, basically, is what it comes down to. And now, the dreaded escort quest. As far as the system, that's also still yes. There are, I think, like 4 exclusives on the Xbox that I would like to play. 360, by the way. But, I really can't justify buying a system for 4 games, you know what I mean? Which is a shame. A friend of mine recently got an Xbox 360 for free. It was given to him. So... he went out and bought all 4 games. He and I basically had the same wish list for the games, and he went out and bought all those games and was like, yep, yoink. Oh no, I'm definitely not listening to him. I need to learn to keep my mouth shut when it comes to the Xbox, because every time I do it sounds like I'm being insulting when I'm not. I feel like I could say it 1,000 times and people still don't get it. It's just, I've got nothing against the Xbox. Seriously. You know? But I still get comments every now and again that are just like, ah, what's wrong with the Xbox? Ah, I missed it. Damn it, I suck. You know what? I'll tell you one of those games. Lost Odyssey. That's your hint. Yes, I know. I just failed. I'm gonna try that again. I can do this. I can do this. Yeah, Lost Odyssey was one of them. You're right. Alright. Gotcha! Alright. Alright. Like, I should probably stop playing this. I'm almost an hour in, I'm still just kind of fiddling around. So anyways, GameCube seems to be working great, which is awesome. The nameless one. All right. Whoops, I have a private message. I'll have to get back to that. Because that's going to require actual thought. Okay, okay, where was I? Turn this off, because duh. Okay. See if we can get this working. This one definitely requires some finagling to get working, but once you get it working, it's awesome. Let's see here. Works very well. Whoops. No, that's right. There we go. I think I got this set up.
Message from General Pepper. Priority 1. We need your help, Star Fox. Andross has declared war. He's invaded the Lilat system and is trying to take over Corneria. Our army alone can't do the job. Hurry, Star Fox.
Couple funny things about this game. First of all, I never would have bought an N64 if it wasn't given to me, because even though some of the games on it are some of my favorites of all time, there's only like 5 of them, right? Or 6 or 8, it's not that many. But the N64 I got was a Christmas present from my grandparents, so I got the opportunity to actually be able to play some of these truly amazing games. And Star Fox 64, Ocarina of Time, and Paper Mario were 3 that I just replayed and replayed and replayed over and over and over again. Loved these games. And what's up, Coca-Cola? Welcome back. Alright, let's see how bad I've gotten at Star Fox over the years, shall we? I gotta remember the N64 controls now, which are completely different from the GameCube ones.
It's about time you showed up, Fox. You're the only hope for our world.
I'll do my best. Andross won't have his way with me.
Good luck.
I'd vote for Andross. Yeah, this is an incredible game. In my opinion, the best of the Star Foxes by bar none. I keep hoping for a really, really good 3DS or Wii U one, but that's just me.
Open the wing.
A couple things that's really amazing about about this game is the graphics. Even for the N64, this is probably the best graphics the N64 ever saw, in my opinion.
Check your diffuser system.
While it's still the polygonal stuff, with low polygon count, they actually had surprisingly high detailed textures on them. They were very smoothly animated, you know.
This is Peppy. All systems
This
go.
is basically, in my opinion at least, the height of N64 as far as graphics goes. I know there's some, you could argue that, and that's fine. But it's an amazing game for that reason. Second thing, it actually has voice acting. I know that sounds weird, but at the time, that was a big deal, you know what I mean? Oh, I used to know all the tricks to getting a max score here. Let's see if I remember any of them now. Right there, oh, too early, too early.
Flippy, get back here!
And no. Damn it,
Flippy,
got the wrong one.
On your tail.
Whoa! Help me! Thanks, Fox. I thought they had me.
Oops, okay, that's back. Also loved the music from this game quite a bit. The Star Fox 64 soundtrack was one of the first ones I purchased way back in the day when getting a hold of video game soundtracks is actually quite hard to do. Oh, I love the controls. This is much smoother than I was expecting.
Everybody stay alert!
Oh shoot, I missed them. Star Wolf's awesome. Even in Star Fox Assault, they were awesome. Damn, missed him. Oh well.
You got an enemy on your tail! Use the brake!
Oh yeah. Oh, I'd go with Wolf any day. Wolf was awesome.
I'll take this. Get the one behind me. Something's wrong with the G diffuser.
Damn it, missed it. This button? This button. There it is. I was trying to figure out what the heck my boost button was. Come on, grab one.
I could use some help here, Fox.
Got him.
I guess I should be thankful.
Shut up, Falco.
Do a barrel roll.
Oh, there it is. Do a barrel roll. I was actually kind of waiting for that. Even though if you've been paying attention, I've actually done like several barrel rolls already, just playing the game. Whee! I used to do all sorts of stuff just to try and be fancy about it, you know. Whoa, almost there. I got really good at this game back on the N64. Oh, awesome, I got it.
Falco, where you going?
Yes, to the right, to the right.
I found the target. Try to keep up.
You got it.
Time for a little paint. Back off, Bob.
What? They're my targets too, Falco. By the way, I haven't looked at chat at all in a while. I apologize. I'm actually having to pay attention pretty severely for this one. I'll look in just a second. Okay, chat. Ooh, lots of chat.
Someone
down.
wants to play. Incoming enemy from the rear. Drop altitude.
Damn it, Zeiss. No wonder you're such a bastard.
Enemy shield analyzed.
And it's the battlecruiser from Star Fox 1. Hell yes. Alright.
Deploy all units. Charge! I've got a present for you.
Oh, almost. I'm already doing bad.
That's it, Fox. Aim for the open
I'm
spot.
actually doing really bad. Ah, damn it! Am I just not hitting my button fast enough, or am I not fully upgraded?
Yeah, it's working. Hey, Einstein, I'm on your side.
Shut up, Zeiss. Goodbye.
Who are you guys?
We're Star Fox. You'll never
defeat
Andros! I actually do enjoy the voice acting in this game. Completely honest. I mean that sincerely. It's silly and it's over the top, but you know what? I would prefer corny, hammy acting where they actually put some emotion into their voices than, you know,
You're becoming more like your
Castlevania Symphony of the Night where it's just bad, you know?
Fine. You okay over there, Fox?
So, I actually do enjoy the voice acting in this game quite a bit. GoldenEye was awesome, their Gauntlet was awesome. Paper Mario, Zelda, Mario Kart, Smash Bros, and Mario 64. However many that totals up to, those were my N64s. Oh, and Super Bomberman, sorry. Or Bomberman 64, rather. Those were my N64s. Oh, goodness. I'm gonna go with Bill, personally. Kat's actually not a bad character, but you only really get to see her character develop in Assault, which actually isn't a bad game. It's just not a very story or character game. Meanwhile, my people are talking very strangely over on the patch chat. Okay, so Star Fox 64, working awesome. Let's end emulation. Oops, I meant to do this first. Now I gotta do this. Hang on a second. Now you want to see a game where I will really suck at.
It's me, Mario.
I was never good at this game. I admit it so much. Okay, this is jump. This should be, yeah. Okay, so there we go. That's long jump. And then nope. Come on, do it. Why aren't you doing it? There we go. No? Hang on a second. Okay, I'm like completely failing at this game. There we go. There we go. Now, I did beat this. I even got 120 stars back on the N64, but I did it like over the course of a few months. You know what I mean? This took me a while. Especially the sky world level, you know what I'm talking about, with the airship and everything, and you're up in the clouds. Getting all those stars took me so long. Is this? No, okay. What's... Okay, that's camera. I actually rather enjoy the DS version, but that's because I consider it a proper remake, first of all. And second of all, I have a 3DS to play it on. Although I didn't actually have much of an issue on the DS, so sure. Variance and preference and all that. Oh, the race. Okay, here we go, guys. Let's see if I can do the race. Hey, Mario, is it true you beat the Big Bomb? Cool. You must be pretty strong. And pretty fast. So how fast are you, anyways? Fast enough to beat me, Koopa the Quick? Oh, I don't think so. Just try me. How about a race to the mountaintop where the Big Bomb was? What do you say? When I say go, let's go! Alright, I'm gonna lose. Spoiler alert. Oh, and that's why. What you just saw is literally my problem with this game in a nutshell. I have hellacious issues aiming, and I admit it. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Made it, except I hit a wall. I'm not taking the shortcut. Screw it. Legit win. Oh, God. Legit fail, is what I meant to say. And this way... Oh, that was close. Okay. Go, 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 go. Yeah, the aligning for the axis was really what screwed me up so badly about this game back in the N64, and I admit, one of the reasons I really enjoyed the Mario 64 TASes so much is because they could be so precise with a game that I always had such issues, you know, just walking with. I mean, I don't know if you see this, but I'm just wobbling all over the place, just trying to go in a straight line. Oh yeah, I rock. So I really enjoyed watching their TASes because it was like, wow, look at the stuff they're pulling off in a game that I know just how impossible that is to do, you know? Oh my gosh, my sister has actually played a video game. I don't believe it. By the way, everyone in the stream that's in my online group, I am not letting you name the ship Naked. Screw you. I mean, you guys are awesome and all, but I have my limits. Oh, I was off. There we go. Here we go! Oh, my online group's waiting for me. Dun, dun, dun. Who knows, Aish? Actually, if I'm not mistaken, there has been a lengthy interview about that, about the origination of the original... Well, I shouldn't even say the original, because it wasn't, but Super Mario Brothers, you know, the second or third, depending how you define it, Mario. But, I did love this game. Everything I was just telling you about how much I sucked at it, that did not stop me from loving the hell out of it. I played this game so much, because it was just that awesome. But okay, let's go ahead and turn this off, and then close this. Okay, I'm gonna do some GMing really quick. In the meantime, here is Final Fantasy VI, sorta. Okay, so Rory's gonna hunt a bear. Alright. Okay. We're actually gonna... I bet Araguna isn't actually in the stream. What did I say that was spoilery? Seriously, what the hell did I say that was spoilery? Ah! Oh! Ooh, that hurt. I like Snarg's, response there. Hey, Griff. What is going on? Ah. Oh, I guess it is, actually. But ultimately, all of the ones I could put up are spoilery. This one's spoilery, this one's spoilery, this one's spoilery. So we'll do this. This isn't spoilery. You can look at that. Alright. So I decided 7? Yes, I did. Okay, Rory's gonna be doing... okay. Oh, shut up! You wouldn't even know this is from the Frozen Throne unless you have played it and recognized it and heard me say it like 3 seconds ago. Okay. You know what? Fine. You really gotta want a non-spoiler of anything? Behold! The ultimate... Whoop, too big. The ultimate non-spoiler. There. Live with it. You're damned right I am. Always have been, actually. I am the Lich King. Oh, for God's sakes. I hate you guys. Okay. Rory wants 1 bear. How would I you mean a proper remake of Earthbound? That's easy. Touch up the UI a bit so it's not quite as has quite as few issues. Put it on a modern system, maybe add some new content, and honestly that's about it. I wouldn't even touch most of the graphics, aside from fixing some of the graphical glitches, because the graphics engine on Earthbound is actually very primitive, all things considered, even compared to other SNES games of the era. And that's it. You know, like I said, a proper remake can be anywhere from a complete and utter revamp of the whole game to just polishing. So just polish it. Just make it a little bit shinier and we're good. Spoiler Fest 2013. It was his sled, guys. Sorry. It was his sled. Actually, I'm going to mute my mic so you don't hear me just breathing here randomly. You know, honestly, I use, no, here, I want to explain. I use It's His Sled, not just because it's one of the most well-known spoilers in history, one of the 3 most well-known, the other ones being It's People and I'm Your Father, but most people don't care about that particular spoiler, and that's the important part. I can say it was his sled, you know, freely, because I've basically never met anyone ever who actually would consider that a spoiler, you know? So that's why I tend to use that as my particular example. If I tried to use anything more recent, and when I say more recent, I mean even within the last, like, 30 years, occasionally I will come across something where I shouldn't have said it, and people will be like, oh, I can't believe you spoiled that for me. In fact, I accidentally spoiled something, I forget if it was in Babylon 5 or one of the Star Treks or someone, like last year. You know, these are series that came out over a decade and a half ago, because they hadn't gotten around to watching them yet, so... yeah. There's actually... was it you, Pax? I'm sorry. Apparently I spelled something for Pax because I'm an idiot. I kind of thought it was him, because I don't have actually many friends who watch Babylon 5. I lied, by the way. There's actually one other spoiler, and you don't see me doing the quote-unquotes here, of course, but I call it a spoiler because it's actually a total lie. What I say, oh my god, you know, those secret spoilers that, like in Iron Man 3, okay? In Iron Man 3, here's this big spoiler, you ready? Iron Man is secretly Titus! That's the kind of other spoiler I do. We're going to put this back down to normal size, and then we're going to get rid of it. Yeah, exactly. Most people just kind of look at me weird when they hear that one. Okay, why did I close the whole thing? Oh, I didn't. There we go. Okay, so we tried Ocarina. No, we didn't. That's next. That's what I was pulling up next. There we go. Another excellent game that, by the way, I do recommend. Titus is what I pronounced it for years upon years, until I heard it voice acted, and heard it was actually pronounced Titus, and then I figured it was a mistake, and then I heard it said Titus again, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me, it's actually pronounced Titus? You're kidding! It's like Zidane is another good one from FF9. You pronounce it Zidane? Really? Rydia? That's another good one. Cecil only screws me up. I still say Cecil in my head, to be honest with you. I have been playing FF4 for too many decades to get used to a new pronunciation of a character that's one of my favorite characters of all time across all forms of fiction from like 20 years ago. So I tend to call him Cecil, even though his pronunciation is Cecil. So, Ocarina of Time! Boom! Sometimes called Ocarina of Time. Whoops. Let's go ahead and nuke this. Ah! As I try to remember my... Zidane is how it is pronounced. I've heard it said. It's in the Dissidias, if you don't believe me. I have checked out Neverwinter Nights, or Neverwinter, or whatever the hell they're calling it this minute. And all I gotta say about it is subpar at best. And from what I've seen, the most interesting parts about it are the player-made content. That's it. I mentioned 3 games I had played a bajillion times, and this is one of them. It's actually kind of sad. A friend of mine who'd only played Ocarina like 1 or 2 times wanted to do a speedrun race with me in this. This is Gary, for anybody who cares. And Gary was like so far behind me. Like an entire dungeon behind me. I had to actually put down the controller and let him catch up so it would be, you know, interesting again. I felt so bad. I'm nowhere near that good anymore. I can't even... I was trying actually earlier to get across the skip trick, which, well, I'll show you. I'll fail at showing you it in a minute. So, admittedly, these days, Wrath, I've gotten very picky about MMOs in particular. And most MMOs just have not been measuring up to what I want personally, whether they are good or bad. They haven't been for me. Admittedly, there is an MMO I still play. Actually, there's 3, technically. 4. Actually, sorry, 4. But, I only play one of them regularly. I'm not trying to be cruel, KPX. I'm just kind of checking out the thing. I'm really jazzed that I got the N64 emulator working, and I got the GameCube emulator working. And I really want to see if I can pull off this trick live, because I couldn't while I was practicing while nobody was around, so clearly I'm going to have better luck with however many people watching me, right? Actually, how many people are on the stream? 26, my goodness. What's up, Navi? That's another thing I've heard a lot of pronunciations for. Never actually heard a correct pronunciation, so I don't know what it actually is, but I've been calling her Navi for quite a while. Were we up to 35? My goodness, wow. Well, I'm going to be pulling up FF6 as soon as I'm done playing around here. And continues. Ah.
Hello.
You probably actually can't tell, but this is, I'm trying to think how to describe it. The texture... Well, there aren't many textures, actually. most of this is pure polygons, but the polygons are much crisper than they would be actually on the N64. It's a part of the plugin I use. Oh yeah? You want to watch me, Zeiss? Majora's Mask I'm not going to be pulling up just because that intro sequence is gargantuan. That's the only reason. I love Majora's Mask, but my god. It probably looks fuzzy because I'm downscaling to hell and back, so it isn't incredibly terrible. First skip. I actually know many people who aren't actually aware of this. Completely skip the dialogue with her. Now let's go ahead and get some rupees. There it is. Oh my goodness, yes. Majora's Mask had some very creepy moments. Some people said Twilight's Princess was creepier. I disagree. I think Majora's Mask is creepier. There it is. I actually know a huge amount of skips and exploits for Ocarina, but I can only perform like a fifth of them. I have serious issues performing several of them. And I admit that freely. Oh, Majora's Mask is an amazing game, but I doubt anybody would argue that it is not creepy. I mean, for God's sakes, just look at the moon. Nothing else. Just look at the moon. Although there's plenty of other creepy things about the game. Subtly creepy things, too. Whoops, I completely screwed that up, but it's okay, because my timing's still good. Oh yeah, extremely atmospheric, very much yes. I like how we're all talking about Majora's Mask while I'm playing, you know, Ocarina. Griff, that would be Cosmo right, I guarantee you. Because that guy loves him some Commander Keen, and he's actually really good at it. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Oops. Oh well, doesn't matter. Oh, well, never mind. I can't that's actually amazing to me. I can't believe more than one person actually speedruns frickin' Commander Keen. No offense to the games. It's just funny to me, of all games to speedrun. Especially since if you've seen the speedrun for, say, 5 or 3, I believe is the other one. Those speedrun records are currently in like the 4-minute range. Because everything you can do with those games. Alright, Zeiss, you were a kid when this came out. How long did you spend in this town trying to figure out what the hell you were doing? I need more rupees. I need way more rupees. Well, we're gonna be cheap. Let's see if I can pull this off. Probably not. Nope, didn't do it. I do not know. What year did Ocarina come out? Somebody who has access to Wikipedia and isn't currently playing Zelda. 2 hours. That sounds about where I was at, to be honest with you. Keep in mind, I wasn't a kid when this came out, which is probably more embarrassing. But yeah, I spent quite a while on this stupid game. In the Kokiri village, just kind of roaming around like, shoot! I'm still 3 short. Oh, duh, because I need to do this. I got really bad luck on the grass. Where's the other one? Where's the other one? 98? My goodness. There we go. Bad route on my part there. I'll be completely honest, when I first saw, you know, when they were first talking about Wind Waker coming out, my first thought was, you gotta be kidding me. That's cartoony and stupid and dumb, what the hell? I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I absolutely love Wind Waker. But when it was coming out, or when it hadn't come out yet, I was just like, you gotta be kidding me! I had to actually talk a friend of mine, who I believe is in the stream right now, into picking it up at some point, being like, look, it's an awesome game. Stop looking at the graphics. It's an awesome game. But, no, trust me. Alright, I'm gonna fail this trick on live camera. Alright, hang on. Get over here. I actually gotta get rid of this, don't I? There we go, okay. Hang on. Nope, okay, hang on. I can do this, Ah, damn it. I don't know the exact angle, which is part of the problem, and I'm not even 100% sure I'm in the right spot. It should be, like, right about here. Damn it! Hang on. I think I'm not close enough to the wall. There we go. Okay, let's turn around. Okay. I think I need to be aiming a little more to the right. I'm gonna make this jump, I swear to God. A little more to the right. Damn! Apparently I suck, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm like not making this. In case you're wondering what I'm trying to do, there's a very, very specific angle where you can... And you have to do it in first-person mode, and I'll explain why real quick. Watch this. You'll see that my jump button is replaced with speak here, so if I try to do the backwards jump... whoops, hang on. If I try to do the okay. The point is, if I try to do the backwards jump, it'll just do this and talk to him. Which, you know, doesn't work. So you need to go into first-person mode, get the right angle, and very quickly mash jump back in order to pull this off. And I'm just not making it. I'm sorry, guys. But anyways, there's actually there's a second point to the trick as well. But yeah, it's generally considered the optimal route for any level of speedrun, even if you're doing a 100% run, to exit the village early. You get the sword, you get the shield, and then you bypass this guy and get the hell out of here. What's up, Doomfear Keeper? You missed me failing at bugging the game out. Alright, sorry, I had to type something. Actually, it looks like... Give me a moment here, guys. Someone just skinned a bear. He aggroes every bear within a 30-yard radius. Yes, every single one of those lights is supposed to be a fairy running around. In fact, cool fact, you notice how they actually render them based on your movement. That's why they look so much different when you're standing still. Hang on, as soon as the camera stops moving. If it ever stops moving. There we go. Now they're just going to kind of flit around and float in and out instead of doing that whole thing. It's kind of cool. Alright, typing up, yes. Okay. Let's go... How heavy are bears? That's good. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Somebody tell me the name of the town you're going to in the stream chat. I know it starts with marble, and I suddenly can't think of it. God, I'm stupid. I am so bad with names, I can't even think of my own. Was it Bush? No, I don't think it was. Was it Bush? I think it was Bush, thank you. There. Marble shrubbery. Shut up, Zeiss. Not making fun. There we go. Okay. Screw it. I'm gonna try one. I'm gonna keep trying. I can do this. Most people I know don't actually do the thing here. Hang on. So let's go ahead and turn around. Did I make it? No, I don't think I did. Damn it. Dun, dun, dun. I can think of plenty of JRPGs that are good for the GBA. There's actually quite a list. Damn it. Okay, there we go. Ah, I almost had that. I almost had that one. Damn it. A little bit more to the left. Ah, screw it, I give up. Okay. Yes, on the DS they have Dragon Quest 4, 5, 6, 9, and on the 3DS, in Japan only, they have 7. Yes, I played Doom 64, didn't care for it that much. I mean, it wasn't bad, it just wasn't great. Oh, stretch. Okay. Screw it, I give up. I give up. One more thing I want to pull up here, and then we're gonna move on into the depths. Alright. Oh, stretch. Like I said, I'm not going to pull up Majora's Mask just because that intro is gargantuan. Which is actually a good thing, but when I'm just showing off, it's not. But I want to make sure this works again. I can replicate my successes from earlier. There we go. Yes, I'm pulling up Superman 64. I do actually have crystal shards. I have a couple here. Oh my goodness. Damn it. Are you talking about Phantom Hourglass, Griff? Ah, goodness, hang on. The pillow I'm sitting on is in the wrong position, so I can actually stand up here. Ooh, and that's gonna hurt. Oh. That really hurt. Oh, wow. So anyways, this is the intro to Paper Mario. This is why I like Paper Mario. Using the wondrous star rod, the 7 revered star spirits watched over our peaceful world. Carefully, very carefully. And then the music goes wonky and everything. Oh dear, what the? Who stuck that weird thing into the story? I did. So I can, at long last, beat my archenemy Mario. I'll take this star rod. Do it, Kami Koopa! No, you mustn't do that. Yeah, now let's try using it. Stop it! Cut it out, Bowser! You're changing the story! When I first saw this for the very first time, I was just sold. The Paper Mario starts off telling just a book story like any other story. And then Bowser steps in and interrupts the story to change it. It was like not quite meta, but still awesome. It was so cool. What the hell? Why do I have like... Why do I have like hearts on all my things? That's very strange, whatever. What should we call it, guys? I mean, I know there's gotta be a star. It just has to be. There has to be a star. There has to be a star right here. And then there will be another star. Star Mario, you got it. Star Mario Star. I'm not calling anything Bend Round. I am actually aware of that story. I'm even aware of the hacked copy of Majora's Mask that did all sorts of creepy stuff, which some people think was legitimate, because I don't have anything else to say about that. Oh, Smee! I should have named it Smee! Oh well, whatever. I didn't like Yoshi's Story, if you're talking about the N64 one. Which is funny, because Yoshi's Island on the SNES was one of my favorite games of all time, and I really enjoyed the DS one, and I'm really looking forward to the new one, which is coming out on the 3DS. So, the N64 one didn't quite catch me, though. One of the things I love about using sprites like this, any of you who played Final Fantasy Tactics understands this concept. The idea is that when you're using sprites in a system that is advanced to the point where it doesn't need to use sprites, which is basically anything from the N64 onwards, or the PlayStation 1 onwards, really, you can put so many more frames of animation into it, and like I said, Final Fantasy Tactics is probably one of the best examples of this, because any given action has actually like 8 or 9 frames to it instead of 2 or 3 like it would have on a previous system. So it looks very smooth and very awesome. Luigi is awesome like that. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see, Araguna just posted. And I'm gonna let them respond to that. Alright. Now, normally I like to go through and chat with every single person, because it's awesome. In fact, oh my god, Javin, you're right. Oh, that would have been awesome. Okay, so, not to spoil anything, this isn't quite a spoiler. I just want to point this out for anybody who plays this for the first time in the future. This guy right here, the little mouser guy, the bandana guy, I can't think of what the heck they call themselves. The little penguin dude up here. And there's a few back in the first room as well. All of these are actually NPCs you will encounter throughout the game that have all gathered for this party. And something about that really struck me as awesome, that they actually bothered to have them make this little cameo right at the beginning of the game. Turban, thank you. They actually called themselves something in Paper Mario. But yeah. Zidolphus Reginar. Hey Peach, what's up? One thing I love, and I will not be demonstrating this until I do an actual playthrough of these games, but in Paper Mario 1 and 2 both, there are these sections of the game which I prefer to call Peach sections, where you play as Peach in between chapters after having played as Mario. And all of them are awesome. Every single one of them awesome. And that's all I'm going to say about it. I don't want to spoil anything, but they're awesome. Griff, are you returning to Super Mario RPG on the SNES? Although I guess it doesn't matter. The answer is yes, basically no matter what game you're referring to. But yes, that was a good game. Oh, I know, Fancy Pants. I loved the Bowser sections in Paper Mario 2 as well. The reason I mention that in Griff is I tend to consider the entire the entire Mario RPG series to be one series, which is Super Mario RPG, Paper Mario 2, Mario & Luigi 1, Mario & Luigi 2, Mario & Luigi 3, Super Paper Mario, and I think that's it, actually, because there's a certain other game we don't talk about, and Mario & Luigi 4 isn't out yet. Oh, I know, Fancy Pants. Very first time it happened, and the remixed music and everything. Oh, it was headbang worthy. So yeah, the combat here is basically the same as over in Paper Mario 2. Although, it's obviously not quite as advanced as Paper Mario 2, it doesn't have quite as many options, but it's still fun, it's still the same basic thing. Although you probably are wondering why I'm not doing the super jumps. You could be like, well, because this is a supposed to lose fight. No, that's not why. The actual reason is because you can't yet. You have to actually get an item, a special item, in order to be able to do the super jumps and input stuff in this game. And I will not be playing long enough to get to that point. It's worth noting, historically speaking, that this game really was something of a shocker for Mario fans such as myself at the time. And the reason why is, up to this point, most Mario games start with Bowser, you know, kidnapping the princess, or he's already kidnapped the princess, or, you know, he's playing Mario Kart with you, or something, right? This is the first Mario game, chronologically speaking, where Bowser just destroys Mario. And that's the beginning of the game. In fact, you'll see here in just a second, the title crawl is just about to happen, as you are falling from the heavens, badly, badly wounded, from Bowser destroying you, from just kicking the snot out of you. And a lot of people at the time were just like, oh my god, that's how you're starting the game? And yeah, there it is, title crawl. Prologue. They all do this thing too, Prologue, Chapter 1, Chapter 2, like it's a story, because, you know, Paper Mario. And now we've landed on Yoshi's Island. Shoot! Yes, Token Gamer, except a few, many years before Mass Effect 1 ever came out. But yeah, there was obviously, it's not the same level of impact, because Mass Effect 2 was a very serious, dark, oh my gosh story, but there was still a degree of, oh wow. Now, I don't know if you could see this on the stream. This is part of the reason I kept going. They did something awesome here. They basically invented a new way to render the text. They rendered the text as sprites rather than as its own text output. And this is why they did this, for stuff like this, so they could actually, like, you could see how it's kind of, can you see it? Can you see how it's kind of like blinking in and out, and it's got the faded stuff through it? There's plenty of other things they do with it throughout the course of the game. Like, they'll have, sometimes the text will, like, wobble up. In fact, I'm actually going to keep going for a little bit, because I'm pretty sure I could show you the wobble pretty soon here. But they rendered it as a sprite specifically so that they could do cool stuff with it, which, again, had never actually been done before. And several people who are total geeks, such as myself, were like, dude, that's awesome. Also, female Goomba. Oh, Exor? Exor was awesome. Although, Exor is actually the name of the head of the sword, because the sword is actually several parts, but we're not going to go into that. True fact. Exor, the sword's real name, is Neosquid. Not kidding. Hey, what's up? Just gonna blaze through some of the text here. Blah 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 blah. Oh, this game's amazing, Fancy Pants. It's not in my top 20, but it is definitely up there. Okay. Apparently I gotta talk to you first. Okay, I don't actually remember what I'm supposed to do next in order to get to the next part. Don't make me fusrada you. I'll do it. I'm great. No, I won't do it, actually. Don't want to get loud right now. Hey, Goomy. What's going on? By the way, the yeah, we'll just... Yeah. And he is working on this. He's Goompa. I'm the Goompa grandfather, so... I'm Goomba. Hey, I would be an awesome bard like that. Trust me. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna show you the totally awesome wobbly text. Whoops. Tell me I didn't just skip it. What of Balkus? Blia! My instincts were right. Mario, I can't believe you're on your feet after taking such a beating from King Bowser. You're a hardy one, alright. I was smart to come check on you. We're just gonna skip it through this. I swear this is the point at which she does it. Maybe I'm wrong. That's right, her superpower is making blocks appear. I guess she doesn't. My bad. Oh, there it is, right there. Did you see it? I didn't advance it. It was only up there for like 2 seconds, so she's like, Bleh, and the text is waving around. Yes, that's right, I went all this time just so you could see the text waving around. Shut up. Anyways, let's go ahead and end emulation. Pa-chung, pa-chung, pa-chung. Alright, close this out. Close this out, pull this up. What am I at for stream time? I've been streaming for 2 hours here. I'm actually gonna... I am going to stop streaming for a moment, but I will be back pretty quickly. I'm just doing this to split up my videos, so I'll be back in like a minute. Oh, and that was Project 64, Griff. There's this. There we go.